Going straight across to Yogendra Yadav, who is joining us on the broadcast this evening. Mr. Yogendra Yadav, the question remains the same. Is the Congress acting like a sore loser, questioning the entire election process, and the EVMs and the Election Commission?
They have given a semi-technical explanation, which I'm in no position to verify. But Election Commission does admit that, yes, 99% charge was found in the EVMs, which looks strange. But I'm no expert at all on these things. So to my mind, let all these things be gathered. And the second, and the onus is also on Congress to show that in those very booths where 99% battery was found, those are the booths where Congress performed poorly. If that were to be the case, it would be very, very odd. Let's find it out. All I'm saying is the allegations are less than 2 hours old. It should be clarified, and I would urge the Election Commission not to behave the way it has been behaving, because Election Commission has taken a very combative position against anyone who asks any question, or it has maintained complete silence. And this goes back to the Lok Sabha election itself, where for days and days, Election Commission did not release the data on turnout. When it was asked questions, it maintained radio silence. It did not answer or gave some weird answers. I do not believe in all the allegations, even on that turnout issue. However, what I do believe and see is that Election Commission has not performed its duty of explaining things to people. Not only should the election be fair, it should be seen to be fair. I really hope that in this instance, Election Commission does come out, make things clear. And I do hope Congress provides more evidence. There's one constituency that they have spoken about. If we get evidence from several constituencies, then it is worth investigating.
Has it become harder for the Congress to accept the Haryana results because the exit polls had predicted a clear win for them? That's where the denial is coming from? Ki ye ho kaise sakta
hai? Look, it's not just exit polls. Exit polls do go wrong. And I must confess that I was one of those who celebrated their going wrong in the parliamentary election, led the campaign to say that they are wrong and was proven right, etc. So exit polls going wrong cannot be a final evidence. But it goes, that anyone who has walked through Haryana, any colleague of yours, any journalist, any political activist, even BJP supporters, anyone who was on the ground, asked them, does it match what they saw on the ground? I think the answer would be no. Anyone who's honest would say, nahi baba, ye to nahi dekha tha, I'm surprised. Now, our being surprised is not good enough in evidence. My being surprised, how can that be an evidence? I could be wrong. All I'm saying is that if everyone saw something else on the ground, that polls confirmed it, it's good enough a basis to ask a question. And if there is some technical objection with some evidence being provided, it should be looked at. That's all I'm saying.
So then the obvious question, hua kya? What went wrong for the Congress? Because something clearly did.
I've been thinking about it since the morning. And so if for the moment we keep this question bracketed about the authenticity of the results, and for the moment, let us assume that the results are expression of people's desire of what people wanted. They are true expression of what people wanted. Then to my mind, the biggest thing that could possibly have gone wrong is that there could be an undercurrent that we failed to catch. And what was that undercurrent about? That undercurrent, to my mind, could be on the Jat, non-Jat question, which was not such a hidden question. It was a very open question. BJP has been very openly carrying out an anti-Jat campaign, 35 ek, making statements, choice of chief minister, choice of candidate, everything affirms that. The hidden message, the unspoken message is, we stand for non-Jats, we stand for 35, and we don't care for one. That's the message BJP has been giving. And BJP has also been promoting this sort of suspicion that, look, if Congress comes back, It's a rule of the charts. It's a rule of a certain kind of some districts and so on. Did that affect the voters in a deep way? If that happened, then that is something which could clearly have swung, say, 2 to 3% vote. And in a close election like this, 2 to 3% vote is all that you need to swing it one way. So, but that's a speculation right now based on taking the results at face value.
Sir, my last question to you. This election has once again proved urban India's fascination with the BJP. Look at the Haryana results. Gurugram, Faridabad, Sonipat, Karnal, all have gone to the BJP despite the fact that even if it rains for 15 minutes at Gurgaon, it becomes a lake. There are civic issues there, there's garbage issues there, and yet none of it impacts voting patterns in Gurugram that continues to vote for the BJP.
It's a very good question, especially about Gurgaon. I completely agree. What is the state of infrastructure in Gurgaon? I mean, it doesn't even match Noida. Noida is much better in terms of infrastructure than Gurgaon. And it's so rare for anything in Haryana to be worse than anything in UP in terms of infrastructure. I agree. But, do remember, there's nothing new and there's nothing Modi-ji specific here. BJP has always been a party with greater support in urban areas, which is to do with urban areas' social composition. Urban areas throughout Haryana, throughout India, are more upper caste, are more upper class, are more exposed to media, and all these things contribute to the BJP in all these three vectors. If you don't look at who's urban, who's rural, simply look at the upper caste voting behavior, upper class voting behavior, and people who are exposed to media voting behavior. All three would favor the BJP. So that's one of the reasons why BJP does well. Also, BJP's organizational capacity and RSS shakhas, etc., have been stronger in urban areas.
Yogendra Yadav, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you so much.